So let that breathing go. Just go back to your regular pace, and then let's start to move. So take the shoulders, shrug them really high up toward your ears, and then slide them down your body, big circles. Most days this feels so good to me that if only I could remember to do this at least once a day, I think I'd probably be all right. So taking a couple of rounds like that, and then reverse it. You can kind of take them down the front, behind you, and up and over. These big circles. Letting that go. Inhale, sweep your arms up, reach the whole way. And then when you're up here, flip your palms, exhale, come on down. Just imagine that you're stretching yourself out as far as you can in all directions. Saying that made me think of one of those old Stretch Armstrong toys from when I was a kid. Stretching and reaching and reaching and reaching. Really lengthening yourself out. All right, the next time the arms are up, meet me there, and then we'll move into the next position, which is bringing the elbows down to shoulder height, kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together behind you. Inhale, reach on back up. Exhale, come on back down. A few more like that. Noticing which parts of your arms and body get warm when you do this. For me, it's right back there between those shoulder blades. And then if you need to take a break, take a break. But if you want to challenge yourself, keep your arms up, and we'll move directly into our arm pose, which is just simply taking them out in front of us, resisting gravity, holding them in front of us. They'll turn to the side so you see what I'm doing. And then just leave them in this position while we do our cat-cow. So rounding your back, tucking your chin. Inhale, come forward, try to arch the back a little bit, lift your chin slightly. Exhale, round. If you get too tired, you can let the hands come and rest back down in your lap again. But like I said, if you're feeling like challenge mode, keep the arms up. A little bit of strengthening in the arms. Lovely. Everybody let them go, shake them out. Let's work on our waking up our side body and continue this theme that we were working on, a little bit of strengthening the arms. So to do that, take your knees out apart a bit, a little bit, toes and knees headed in the same direction. This is our goddess pose. I'm turning my chair to the side just so it's a little bit more. And then the arms come back up. So this time, lightly touch your fingertips back here on the back of your head. Elbows are out. And then exhale, take a little dip to one side. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, go the other way. So a few more like this. Noticing how it feels over here in your sides. Trying to keep a little bit of a lift in your chest. Maybe one more. Meet me back here in the middle. And then this is a little weird, so listen to following the instructions pretty close can help you isolate this stretch. But in the same position, and the elbows go back. And at the same time that you do that, you press your fingertips into the back of your head ever so slightly. And the effect is that you get a little bit of a stretch through here, the muscles where they connect from your pecs to your arms. So again, that's elbows back, and then press the fingertips a little bit into the back of the head. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but maybe you'll feel the stretch. Lovely. Let it go, shake it out. We're making those arms work a little bit. So now let's give them a treat. So reaching across the body with one hand. This is my right, or I'm sorry, this is my left arm. I'm going to pin it in place with my left. I said that backwards. This is my left arm, and I'm pinning it in place with my right. Hold there and breathe. We're stretching out with each breath, that same part back there in between the shoulder blades that we just made work. And take your arms really wide. And we'll try it on the other side. So right arm's on top this time. Bend at the left elbow and just pin this right arm into place across your body. And hold and breathe about 3 or 4 breaths. Lovely. Open it back up real wide once more. Let it go. So we'll stretch this whole part of the body that we were working these the tops of the shoulders. So let's stretch them out. A good way to try that is either grabbing the back of your chair or interlacing your fingers behind you. Either way, what the effect is that you sort of bend at the elbows and then straighten them and lift your chest. Try to kind of send your shoulders back behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades back behind you. Sometimes people say the phrase like you're opening your chest to the sky or opening the collarbones. That's not really happening, but it's just a way to kind of describe the direction that you're sending the energy. You're trying to take that front body and lift it skyward while you squeeze the hands or squeeze the chair together behind you. Okay, one more moment. Let it go. And then lastly, let's stretch out the neck a little bit. Sometimes when we're doing arm stuff, we end up getting a little bit of a crick in our neck. So let's release any of that we might have gathered. So take this right ear, take it down toward the right shoulder. Reach gently away with the left fingertips, and you might move them around, twist the hand a little bit until you find just the right stretchy feeling in the side of your neck, and hold. Breathing. Lovely. Let's try that on the other side. Left ear down toward left shoulder. Reach away with the right fingertips. Explore at first, moving the right hand around. And then when you're ready, reach and hold. Lovely. Okay, let that go. So we spent the first part of class on the upper body. Let's see if we can stand up for a little bit and accomplish a little bit for the lower body. So if you will stand, and let's do our transition where we go from chair pose to palm tree pose. So for that one, this is the one where it looks like we stand with our hips pretty close to the back of the chair. And we're going to shift our weight back and forth from our heels into our toes. 2 different positions. When we do it, you can kind of rock back and forth just to get used to that sensation here first. And then the next time you're rocking back in the heels, that's our chair pose. So sinking the hips down a little bit. You can let go with this right hand and let the right hand come down near your hips. Inhale, come into those toes, lift up as high as you can comfortably. Maybe you lift this right hand to the sky. Exhale, sit back, find that chair pose and the weight in the heels once more. So that's the basic idea. A few times on your own pace. If this doesn't feel challenging enough to you, the way that you can take it up a notch is to sit lower when you come into this chair pose. Okay, the next time you're in chair pose, meet me there and let's spend a few breaths here. Maybe hover this right hand and left hand, maybe bring them to your heart. Feeling how strong the legs feel here. Feeling powerful. Noticing if your low back is kind of uncomfortable in this pose, and then see maybe if squeezing your abs a little bit more helps with that. Lovely. Hang on to the chair with your right hand this time. Left hand comes back by your hips. And then inhale, reach on up, find that palm tree pose again over here on the left side. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, rise on up to palm tree. A few times on your pace. Again, always got the option to sit lower, lower, lower in order to challenge yourself a little bit more. Okay, we're almost there. And then the next time that we're up on those tippy toes, meet me there. Because this is where we're going to practice our more challenging version of our palm tree pose. So first, find a focal point in the distance for your eyes to fixate themselves on. And then bend this left arm so the elbow's at shoulder height. Maybe start to hover this right hand. Probably get a good wobble in your ankles when you do that. Still up on the tippy toes. And then slowly see if you can have this right hand and arm join the shape of the left. Coming down to the heels anytime you feel too wobbly. But trying to stay in that zone of challenging yourself. All right, lovely. Let it go. Heels back down on the earth. Let's walk back and take a down dog. Holding onto the back of the chair. Stopping when your ankles are right behind or underneath your hips. And then press, lengthen yourself through the spine. Breathing. If you want to try that Ujjayi breathing once more, that ocean breath, that victorious breath sound in the back of your throat, now would be a lovely time to incorporate it. Last couple of moments here. We've been down for a while, so come up really slow, might make you a little dizzy. I'm being careful with that. Let's take a little back bend. Once you get here, bring your hips in close to the back of the chair. Squeeze your elbows and shoulder blades together, lift up a little bit. That same idea of lifting the heart to the sky, opening the collarbones. Lovely. So come on back down to your seat. Let's stretch out those legs. Starting with the right, you can extend it, toes up toward the sky, sit up tall, and then hinge forward. Breathing. Come on back up again. Let's try it with the other leg. Extend, toes to the sky, and then hinge forward just until you feel that stretch. I don't have to go very far down on this side to feel it. I'm noticing in the body what I need. Rather than trying to have some specific idea of what the shape would look like. It's more about following the sensation, noticing it and following it. Come on back up. Let's cross this right leg over. Foot stays flexed. If your leg doesn't go up this high, you've got options. You can prop it up with whatever you have around in the house, or maybe prop it up on your other leg like so. But either way, if you're here and you don't feel stretch already in this right hip, then hinge forward a little bit until you do. Oh boy. Okay, legs in this configuration, and we'll use it for our twist. So sitting up tall, take this chest over to the right, and I would keep your arms active and just hold them in the sky. Maybe even look behind you. It's kind of a bonus stretch for your neck. Unwind all that. Let's try it on the other side. Crossing this left leg over, foot flex, tall spine. Noticing, do I already feel stretch over here in this hip? And if so, you can stay put. But if not, maybe hinge forward a little bit until you do. Lovely. Come on back up. Twisting over here to the left. Arms active, and maybe if you want that two poses for the price of one effect, you can kind of look behind you a little bit. It's lovely. Come on out of that, close your eyes, find your way to a posture that supports the state of meditation for you. And if nothing comes to mind, maybe joining me back in that mountain pose at the chair, the one where we have the knees over the ankles and the tall spine, the hands resting in the lap. So let's practice that ocean breathing a little bit here at the end once more. Taking inhales through the nose, and when it comes time to exhale, making that ha noise slowly in the back of your throat. And if you have your mouth closed, it makes that ocean sound in your ears. Noticing the effect that this type of breathing has on your body, on your mind. And whenever you feel ready to, you can let it go. Find just a regular pattern of breathing for yourself. And see if you can focus for the next few moments of meditation on sensation of breathing. Anytime your mind wanders away, which it probably will. Be gentle with yourself about it and simply leading your attention back to the breath. Come back here and pay attention to the breath. Last couple of moments here, and noticing if you've managed to cultivate any good sensations with that you'd like to take with you into the rest of your evening. And knowing that later, when you feel a little bit stressed or uptight again, that everything we just did is like tools that you have available to you at any time. You can always take a few moments to stretch, to breathe, to move, to pay attention to your body and your breathing. Always there for you. So with that, let's let it go. Take one more big inhale together, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Palms meet. And then the exhale brings our hands down to the heart. That's our symbol of gratitude to each other in this little yoga community. Thank you so much.